The new jobs report just out shows the U.S. added 372,000 jobs in June, beating analyst expectations, but falling slightly from 390,000 in May. The unemployment rate is holding steady at 3.6% for the fourth month in a row. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me live now for more on all of this. Alexis, a senior White House official says the numbers show a resilient labor market with sustainable growth. What do they tell you about the state of the economy and the growing fears of a recession?
Well, Diane, for all the talk of a recession, you look at today's numbers and clearly our job market is not in a recession because despite rising inflation and higher interest rates, companies continue to hire, and they continue to hire at a pretty good clip. You mentioned 372,000 jobs added last month. Most economists were looking for an additional 250,000. So this number beat in a big way. The unemployment rate at 3.6%, still hanging out at that near 50-year low. So companies continuing to need workers. They can't find the workers to fill the jobs. We had 11 million job openings last month and roughly 5.9 million people looking for jobs. So that equates to about 2 jobs available for every 1 person looking. If you look a little deeper into this report, you see once again, hospitality and leisure leading the advance as consumers, they might be, pulling back on some spending, but they're still out there looking for experiences and traveling. So we're seeing a lot of robust hiring in that area, and healthcare. Month after month, we keep seeing that sector continuing to add workers. So again, this is a very strong report and stronger than most economists expected.
Now, gas prices have also fallen slightly. The national average for a regular gallon is now $4.72. So I'm almost afraid to ask it, Alexis, but have prices peaked?
Well, that is the question. It's hard to call, as you and I have been talking about for months now. I mean, we saw prices hit a national average of over $5 a gallon mid-June. That was a record high. Since then, prices have been coming down. They've been behaving a little bit, and consumers are getting some relief at the gas pump. The problem, Diane, is we're in the middle of summer, and July is historically a very big month for demand for gasoline and for road trips. So, if we're seeing any relief now at the pump, it will probably be short-lived. Economists are expecting another leg up for gas prices as we head deeper into summer.
Wages, meanwhile, are up 5.1% over the past 12 months. So what does that say about how Americans' spending power is keeping up with inflation?
Well, the good news is wages are going up. The bad news is it's not keeping up with inflation, still insufficient. Wages up 5.1% year over year. We've got an inflation rate up 8.6%. So clearly not keeping pace there. And one of the reasons why we're actually seeing, as I look at stock futures, they're actually lower. And that's because those higher wages are concerning Wall Street. They think that those higher wages will continue to put inflationary pressure, which means the Federal Reserve is going to continue to raise interest rates at a good clip to bring that inflation rate down. You asked about consumer spending. We are seeing areas where people are starting to cut back, and they're starting to not buy those big ticket items like they were during the pandemic, things like appliances, all of that starting now to slow down as high inflation and higher interest rates start to pinch consumers a little bit more.
Now, a handful of tech, crypto, and real estate companies announced layoffs recently, including Coinbase, Netflix, Redfin, Tesla. Is that cause for concern, or does this seem like something that's only happening in a few companies and a few industries?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And I think the answer is it's too early to really say. The companies that you just mentioned are in sectors that are traditionally very interest rate sensitive. So real estate and tech companies tend to be a little more tied to interest rates. So as we're seeing them rise, those companies are tightening their belts. Some of those companies instituting hiring freezes right now, and others are actually laying off workers. But if you look at today's report, again, Diane, in some ways the jobs report is a lagging indicator, but at least for now, employers are still out there competing for workers, and they're having to raise wages to do it.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, always great to have you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.